at the base here, and we're going to pick up the Cherokee Trail. The Cherokee Trail is about a 5+ mile trail through the forest and around a bunch of cool things. So we're going to get going on that. And right here is the start. It goes right off through there. And it comes all the way around the mountain back to this point. So there's a lot of cool stuff on this trail, a lot of wildlife, a lot of water views. But this takes you around the back side of the mountain itself on the less traveled side. All right, right here is a service road that they take trucks and vehicles up. Yeah, it's the Cheater Way. These white blazes are not the AT. This is the Cherokee Trail, specific for Stone Mountain. Got you winding down through here. I don't want you to get lost. They mark it well. All right. We're at the base of the mountain here where the Cherokee Trail turns into the forest. And it's pretty flat the rest of the way. There's a little inclines here and there, but for the most part, I think the tough part's over. And we're gonna kind of get out here into the secluded areas. I don't know if y'all can see that there. There's a railroad track that goes all the way around the mountain. They used to use it for quarry work, moving all the rock around. All right, here we come up to the tracks here. This is the railroad track I was speaking of. Used to run an old steam train that is out of service now. They took it out in that, I don't know, 1986 or so, and went to diesel. It's a cool little stretch up through here. There's an old fireplace that's still standing. Used to be an old house here. Go over here and check it out. I got a bench here. Good little resting spot. Wow. There it is. Still intact for how old it is. Let's see. Weekends at Pine Lodge Camp. So it was an old lodge. Cherokee Trail this way. So yeah, the Cherokee Trail has a lot of Native American history here, as well as the Civil War. The Creeks and the Cherokee resided here. Had a lot of areas that they traveled. And it was all around here. So we're constantly looking for artifacts. Arrowheads and pottery are a common find around here. We have a lot of waterways, the Yellow River, that's really close by. So we're always looking down, trying to find us something. All right here, we're coming up to the main road that circles around the park on the backside. We're going to cross over the road and continue on the Cherokee Trail. Right over here is the playground for the kids over there. So pretty back here. Hopefully we can catch some nature in its full glory. So we're coming up on a cool little creek crossing. Little duck action. That's a cool shot. You can see the mountain up through there. Yeah, we're just winding around the base and the lake. The lake is large, and so yeah, we're just kind of winding around the lake and taking it all in. It's awesome. So yeah, this is the backside still. Check this out. That's nice. Looks like we got us a nice little cascade waterfall here. Let's go check this one out. Wow. Comes from way up there. We got a bridge here, so crossing over, and then we're going to walk between the two lakes. Stone Mountain Lake is so big, it's got two different sections, I think a east and a west portion, so this wraps nearly halfway around the mountain, I would say. Close, don't hold me to that, but it's a massive lake. Got a lot of fish in it too. A lot of people put their little boats in and fish it, catch some good ones. All right. All right, folks. You see these white blazes here, how they're staggered? That means the trail is going to take a right. You stay to the right. Which ultimately just meant they wanted us to continue around this lake. So yeah, at least we're on this side of it now and should be coming up to the covered bridge and grist mill area. So that's cool. See you soon. Getting a little closer to the bridge. It's a cool little rock outcrop here. Good little spot to fish from. All right, we're here at the covered bridge. Let's check this out. This is super old. Matter of fact, I think they moved this bridge. This bridge used to stretch over the Oconee River. About to see if it works. Yep, it worked. So yeah, and this is so yeah, it's got a lot of history here. We got a little walkway on this side. There's a car. All right, we're coming up to the grist mill. Grist mill here is, it's old. It actually used to be originally in Fannin County and near Ellijay, and they dismantled it piece by piece and brought it here in 1965. And it's powered by running water on that grist mill wheel. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. There it is. That's cool. So yeah, that's the grist mill. It's a piece of history there. And that, if you look, you see the stone wall there. It runs all the way to a pond, which hopefully we'll see here soon. Yeah, little fireplace. So yeah, this is when we were kids, we would come here on the weekends and play in this pond down here. But this trough was made out of wood, and it had little section breaks in it, and as kids we would get in it and it would get slick with algae and mold and everything, but it was slick, and we could slide in it and slide all the way down through here and dump out into the pond down here. But over time it rotted and started to fall apart, and it was super dangerous, so they built this wall here, and it doesn't look active anymore. It used to be slap full of water. Here's your creek, runs right beside it, so they've obviously rechanneled the water a little bit at some point. So yeah, as kids we'd come here on Sundays, and the families would be sitting on that rock up there grilling, having all the food and snacks and drinks, and all the kids would be playing down here on this hillside right up here on the right. In the turn, there used to be a big tree with a rope tied in it, and we would use that as a rope swing, of course, and we would swim out and we would dump out into the deep water that was here. But sadly, it doesn't look like it's deep anymore or very big. So yeah, this was always a it's a cool spot, especially as a kid. You know, when you're a kid, everything seems so much bigger anyway. So it was probably small back then, and I thought it was huge, like a big lake or something. But no, it was a little bigger. Didn't have all that rocks. Yeah. All right, well, the Cherokee Trail continues this way. I think we're going to cross the road at here at some point. Yeah, definitely remember playing in this. Yeah, good times. This area here is the Carolyn. So when I get down here, go check it out. If you can see this here, but there is a like you can walk through. Sky hike is what it's called. It's like a little bridge and nets and all that. You can walk through there. It's cool. So yeah, this is the little lookout area for the Carolyn. So let's see here. Yeah, I think this was dedicated to the park in 1965. Yeah, this is nice. So they just sit here and listen to the music, and but yeah, it through there? Let's see. This is a beautiful spot. Golf course over there. Got all these benches to take a load off. But yeah, so in I think 1965 they dedicated this carillon to the park. It's built with 48 bronze bells, and they range in sizes from a few pounds to several tons, and it plays music kind of off of a keyboard setup, but you can hear this all the way across the park when it plays. This is not many people come and check this out. It's kind of on a remote side of the park that not many people go to. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Wish it was playing music for you, but guess we're not that lucky today. So yeah, that's the famous carillon of Stone Mountain. As you can see off there, you see the mountain, sky lift, cable car. Well, this spot here is another really cool spot to come to. It's not far from the lawn, but again, this is cool. Ooh, wow, watch out, danger. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So this winds right here. I'm going to cut across here real quick. So yeah, we would come here and climb up these rocks and try to get as high as we could without, of course, getting seriously hurt. But yeah, we were lucky if we could get to that first little break up there. Then you had, yeah, this is a massive granite rock right here. Massive. Super cool. So this is the front carving face. That carving is 90 feet tall, 190 feet wide, larger than a football field. It's about 40 feet deep. It's the largest relief sculpture. 7.6 million cubic tons was quarried during that carving. And a lot of it went to projects like the Lincoln Memorial, Fort Knox. Yeah, it's massive. It took 60 years to complete it, from 1915 to 1965, roughly. And there was 6 different sculptors. They say there's a chamber behind the carving that was supposed to be a memorial hall that was never completed, but I guess we'll never know that. Each person and their horse is 3 stories tall, and its total is larger than 3 acres. The total carving up there. They would hang from ropes and scaffolds. They'd use chisel, dynamite. So yeah. So yeah. Well, back in the woods for a little bit. We're on the home stretch. Been a great hike. It's absolutely peaceful out here. Alright, well, we ain't got too much further. We're rounding around here. Yeah, we're not too far from completing the Cherokee Trail. So. Well, we're done. We did it. The walk-up trail and the Cherokee Trail. Walk-up was about, I think, a mile to the top and a mile down, and then 5 miles around the Cherokee Trail. A lot of cool things to look at, a lot of nature, a lot of historical things, rock structures, creeks, bridges. It's peaceful. I don't think we ran into 1 or 2 people, you know, in the wooded sections. So yeah, I hope you learned a little bit, got to see a little bit of the beauty of the park. I love it. I grew up here, so it has a special place in my heart. But yeah, I enjoyed it. If you followed along this far, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you don't miss the next ones. I've got a lot coming. Like I said, I live local, so I like to do a lot of day hikes. It's hard for me to get up into the mountains where I like to be to do my hiking, so I try to get out locally and do a lot of day hikes. So I'd love to bring you guys along with that. And yeah, so until the next one, y'all have a blessed day. See ya.